Chat, I looked up Daigo's YouTube, and the first thing I saw was him having a drunk tale with all of them. So, never changed Daigo, first of all. Second of all, that's not the right video. Hey YouTube, glad you've been enjoying all the videos. I upload every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So be sure to hit that subscribe button as well as like and share the video. Daigo not playing Viper, no way. Everyone says she sucks. My Viper is butt. Ryu and Guile. Maelstrom, it's crazy you still think Akuma is trash. You need a iDom call me smug vlog at a bar. Wait, what did he say about mine? Did he just blurt it out? What do you have to say about mine? They actually just blurred whatever he said about mine. Damn, Daigo don't like mine either. So, am I actually carrying people? There was no Mayan Grand Finals of USSFL. Actually, I don't think there was a Mayan Grand Finals on either team of the SFL. Now that I'm thinking about it. I don't know about Japan, but I hear Good 8 Squad is in front. Why are you saying Akuma's weak? He's clearly inferior. Oh shit, downplay. Yeah, this is the strongest. Yeah, Manon even said he's still top 5. Yeah, I'm telling you, Akuma broken. So I think what they're saying is like, they think Akuma is good, but Akuma loses to every good character in the game, which is like Ed, Mai, basically. But is that true? Does does Akuma lose to every good character in the game? And to be fair, I feel like most characters lose to all the good characters in the game. Because the good characters just do their shit. A lot of the good characters just run their shit. That's like saying Cammy's bad. I don't think Cammy's horrible, but against like a lot of the good characters, she's not that good. Street Fighter 4 turn. Oh snap, they're going back. Bonchan's glory days of Street Fighter 4 time. And most characters did well until the good characters. Would they be good characters? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm kind of confused. If the good characters played well into the good characters, it would just be good characters, no? I don't think any of the bad characters play well into the good character. Marissa? What Marissa players getting into Daigo? Marissa's Akuma's worst matchup? Marissa players are getting into Akuma? But even then, like I said, you're never gonna run into Marissa, so who cares? I mean, that's not a hot take. That's not a hot take. To say Ryu's the best, then Terry, then Akuma, that's not really a hot take. Actually, I feel like some people would agree, some people would disagree. But that's not really a hot take. And to be honest, all three of those guys are pretty interchangeable. You can put those three in whichever order, in my opinion. Akuma, Terry, and Ryu are all just kind of, you know, strong. Yeah, I thought Bonchan stopped playing Sagat because he went back to Akuma. Because I think, like I said, I think he was trying to get away from Akuma, but then he realized, you know, Akuma is better than Sagat. I don't think that's a hot take. Even with Blah's cooking, I still think Akuma's better than Sagat. You gotta ban yourself. There's no way. Maelstrom, you just gotta ban yourself. No one would agree. You could ask anyone on Earth that's not you. No one thinks Bonchan is better than Sagat. Sagat is the best character in the game. There's no way. Even if you're like, Sagat is trash, you know, there's just no way. There's no way you can come to the conclusion and be like, yes, I think Sagat's the best in the game. There's no hope for you. I don't think Sagat's bad. I don't think he's horrible. But I don't think, like I said, best in the game. Like, bro, sit in a corner for like a minute. Marissa, Sagat, Manon. Is that your top 3? Yo, Maelstrom, seriously, like, who's your dealer? I just need to know. Marissa, Sagat, Manon. What the f? Yeah, Bonchan's a crazy down player. Bonchan actually just think Akuma's trash. But Bonchan didn't have a great season this year, right? Bonchan didn't do well at any bracket. He just think Akuma trash. I don't think saying Akuma's the 6th or 7th best character in the game is crazy. If a Akuma player was like, yeah, I think Akuma's, you know, 7th best character in the game, I'll be like, okay, yeah, I can see it. I don't think you're that crazy. And yeah, I think Bonchan's also going based off of like, he had his kind of arc where he played Sagat. I mean, it's kind of what I'm doing with Viper, because like I do feel like I'm going to go back to Manon, but me and Bonchan kind of having the same arc in the sense that basically, well, I don't think, you know, Manon's not a comparable to Akuma, but you don't realize what you don't have until it's gone. Like playing Viper is very crazy to realize, yo, I don't have a good, like my mediums aren't that good. I do a lot of damage, but that's kind of the one thing I think Viper does way better than Manon. I don't think Manon's top 5, that's crazy. But I do think Manon might be better than Viper. But like I said, that's not saying much. And also, I don't like that kind of logic because I feel like he's saying like, if you go to a tournament, you're probably gonna have to play against Ed or Mai, which you're gonna have a disadvantage with Akuma. Like I said, at that point, who doesn't have a disadvantage versus Ed and Mai? Who else? Maybe not Ryu. Bison. Doesn't Bison fight Ed pretty well? Maybe not Mai, but I'm sure he fights Ed. But yeah, like that's half the cast. Yeah, he just even said he doesn't think Sagat does any better. I also think he's kind of coping that Sagat will get buffed in the patch, which isn't crazy because I do expect Sagat to get some buff. But that's kind of the other thing. Like you could cope for some buff and, you know, maybe Sagat will be stronger next season because Sagat's not really on the radar. Akuma's more on the radar than Sagat. It's more likely for Akuma to get nerfed than Sagat to get buffed, to be honest. So you might as well invest in the future stocks of Akuma's probably going to get nerfed. I would have to guess. I think Akuma will get nerfed or unchanged. And Sagat's more than likely going to get buffed. Unless Blas literally destroys everyone at Capcom Cup with Sagat. For their metric, they keep saying top 2 is Ed and Mai. It's interchangeable, but they keep saying top 2 is Ed and Mai. Akuma 11K. Oh, bro. There's no other good character in the game outside of bottom 5. That's crazy. Even for me, like I said, I think Manon Ed is really, it gets very awkward, and I don't like fighting Ed with Manon, but I do think Manon Mai is not terrible. Like, I don't think that matchup's horrible. Like I said, I don't think any character beats both of them, except maybe like Blanca and Terry, maybe. I can see Blanca getting annoying for Ed. But yeah, there's very few characters in the game who could probably fight both of them. Dhalsim, what about Dhalsim? Wouldn't people say Dhalsim could fight both Mai and Ed? Why is nobody picking Dhalsim? Bonchan needs to go back to Street Fighter 5, where I remember, you know, before the business, Street Fighter 6 gotta be PC. I remember Bonchan said all the Balrog players are a very special word, but now he can't say it. I feel like he wants to say the same thing about these Ed and Mai players. Why are we trying to look for this one time where he said Balrog players are...
So the guy who created the boxer, or the concept of the boxer, is retarded. That's what he said.
Hey, we found it. We found it, chat. Damn, that was it. Whoever made Boxer is very special. that was a funny time. That's what Bonchan wants to say now, but he can't say that about the Edit My players, because all the Edit My players are cry. That was a good video. Now, Bonchan is a crazy down player. That's what I got from that. Bonchan's an insane down player.